So you're thinking about moving to Cypress, Texas, and you guys don't know where to start? Hey guys, my name is Ken with the Unparalleled team, and today I'm taking you guys around Cypress, and we're gonna be going over everything that you guys need to know about Cypress, the communities, the tax rate, the schools, why it's rated such a great place to live in. Not only that, the crime rate and everything that you guys can think of. So if you guys haven't yet, hit the subscribe button because we love to upload weekly about Houston home tours, new communities that are coming up and everything else around the Houston and surrounding area. And if you guys are considering making that move, be sure to hit us up. We got you guys covered. Now let's dive on in. The first thing we gotta know about Cypress is where is it geographically located. Now, Cypress is located northwest of the Houston area. It's around 27-minute drive if you guys use the 290 freeway driving straight down. Now, there's a lot of things happening in Cypress, and it's primarily broken up into two major zip codes, 77433 and 77429. Now, the 290 freeway that runs across it is kind of like the border between both sides, and there's a north part of Cypress and south part of Cypress that we'll dive in a little bit deeper. But why is Cypress such a highly coveted place to live in? There's many reasons for this. One is gonna be the schools. The schools here in Cypress are absolutely top notch, and we'll dive in that in just a little bit. But it's because of all the master plan, all the subdivisions, all of the communities that consist of Cypress. We have big communities like Bridgeland, Texas, which is rated #2 place to live in Texas, rated #1 by builders and realtors in the Houston area as the #1 place to live in. Not only that, we have Town Lake that is closing out its section, and that was the previous place that was rated #1 to live in. And we also have many other amazing communities in the Cypress area. Not only that, if you guys are medical professionals, if you guys are looking for retail jobs, there's so many different job opportunities out here on the 290. You have the Houston Premium Outlet on there, all the shopping needs that you guys can imagine. We also have In-N-Out that moved here from the West Coast, going all the way to the Houston. We have many locations now, and we have hospitals along the 290 and sprinkled throughout Katy, which are nearby cities. And if you guys are huge foodies like myself, we have plenty of food option in Cypress itself. If you guys are craving Asian food, we do have a really famous place called Katy Asian Town, and they have tons of food options, especially if you guys like Asian food. For shopping, we have the Houston Premium Outlet that I mentioned earlier. We have little shopping centers that are sprinkled all around the Cypress area. We have Katy Mills, and we have the Galleria at the same time too. But keep in mind, if you guys are considering purchasing a brand new home, not all builders are built the same. So having a professional real estate agent to guide you guys through the process and seeing what your needs and wants are will simplify the process. So a lot of people always ask me, Ken, how is the crime in Cypress, Texas? And there's two websites that I like to use in order to determine whether an area has a lot of crime or a little bit of crime. The first website is going to be Neighborhood Scout. Neighborhood Scout is a website where you can purchase data on crime rates around a specific area, or you can use spotcrime.com. And here are the type of homes you guys can get for around $300,000, $500,000 to $600,000, and $800,000. Other reasons that make Cypress, Texas such a great place to live in is because of the school district. Now, the school district up in Cypress is absolutely phenomenal, and that's because of their huge schools that they have. When I first moved here from California myself, the schools here are super big, right? I thought I was looking at colleges, but they're actually just elementary, middle, and high schools out here that are just as big as some college. With these big schools, you can expect bigger extracurricular activities. So if you guys have lots of kids and you guys don't know what to do with them after school, then the school system here is able to accommodate that, whether it's with additional classes, courses, or sport activities after school. Not only that, we have the amazing amenities inside of each master plan community. Every master plan community will have different amenities for you guys to consider, whether it's a lazy river, swimming pools, gyms, splash pad, playgrounds, everything that you guys can think of. So when you guys are looking for the right school and the right area, there's a few websites that you guys have to consider. The first website is going to be Greater Schools, and the other one is niche.com. This is how you guys can assess how great the schools are, or you guys can have a friendly realtor to help you guys guide you through the process, just guide you guys throughout the journey. So on niche.com, Cypress was actually rated top 9 out of 1,061 school districts as the most diverse, 13 out of 964 for athletics, and 47 out of 1,052 as the best school district in Texas. Doesn't really get better than that, guys. So here's a list of all the communities you guys should consider. We have Dunham Point, Cypress Oaks, Marvita, Masonwood, Bridgeland, Town Lake, Telge Ranch, Avalon, Bridge Creek. But Ken, what about the home pricing in Cypress? What can you expect to spend for a family of 4? Now, this really depends on your lifestyle and what kind of amenities you guys need, how important the schooling are, because every area and subdivision inside of Cypress is gonna have different pricing. You can go across the street and the home prices jump up $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. It also depends on the size of the home, whether you guys are buying new construction or resale home. Typically, I see in Cypress, Texas, you spending anywhere between $275,000 going up into the $1 million price range. And yes, you can find 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom homes for $275,000. You can also find new construction homes starting at $300,000 going up as well too. Tax rate is also a common concern for most people moving from out of state to the Houston area. Typically, tax rate is pretty high in Texas. As for taxes, you can typically expect to spend anywhere between the low 2s going up into the mid 3s. And the primary reason for this is that when they develop a new construction community, they have to build something called a mud district. What this mud district is basically the water infrastructure for an entire community. So they have to borrow hundreds of millions of dollars to build this water infrastructure for that specific community. And as more and more people relocate into that community, then that mud tax is gonna go down. So you might start off in a new community with a 3.5% tax rate, and eventually it'll come down to a 3.2, maybe even a 2.9, 2.7 over a long period of time. For older homes, these mud taxes are already paid down, so they're typically around 2.3, 2.5% for your property tax. And you can always apply for something called the homestead exemption, which will save you guys anywhere between 15 to 20% on your property tax bill after you guys purchase a home. Make sure you guys don't skip that step. So what do you guys think about Cypress, Texas? For me, Cypress, Texas is a phenomenal place to live in. They have so many different communities for us to consider, so many different options. The schools are amazing. We're surrounded by everything. It's a straight shot down to downtown Houston, and there's a lot of development and growth that's expected to be in Cypress and the surrounding area as well too. So let me know down in the comments down below, what do you guys think about Cypress, Texas? Are you guys currently living here? Do you guys plan on living here? Or any of your other thoughts or questions? And if you guys need help relocating to the Houston surrounding area, you guys know who to hit up. Until next week, the Unparalleled team,